Welcome everybody to NIGHTCALL. Now, NIGHTCALL is a game where you're a taxi driver turned detective. If I remember correctly, because I haven't played this game since around 2022. I did the first two cases, and I want to say I started the third one. If I did, I didn't finish it. But I'm going to be playing that one, and that one is the Sandman. See, I did the Judge, I did the Angel of Death, but I never did the Sandman. Because you have to balance being a taxi driver as well as solving a murder mystery. And yep, the only one I haven't done is the Sandman. Now, I would have loved to do a series on it, but I've already done the first two, and I know that wouldn't be as thrilling. Because I remember the Judge, I remember the Angel of Death. I have no idea who the Sandman is. Choose the difficulty. I'm always going to do balanced. I'm fine with balanced. I don't want to stray from the norm. Just keep it simple, keep it lined up. But yep, we're just a simple taxi driver man. Now, out of nowhere, we're going to have to solve a murder mystery. There it is. It takes place in Paris, by the way. I don't know what year it takes place in, but it takes place in Paris. Because one thing that made me think about this game again is I've actually been listening to the soundtrack. If you listen closely, it's got a very good ambient feel to it. It's almost really calming in a sense. Here we are, stepping out of the cab. Here it is. Just like that. Wrong place. Wrong time. That's all that happens. Welcome to NIGHTCALL. Here? Sir, can you hear me? Or do I need to speak up? Speak up. Is this okay with you? Is my voice loud enough? Yeah, it's fine. She takes a deep breath. Sir, you just spent 2 weeks in a coma. The word bounces around your head. You need a moment to understand its meaning. Coma? The word scratches along your throat. Yes, you were the victim of an assault. The word resonates in your head. Victim. You are aware a serial killer is currently on the loose in Paris. I don't know why. I was about to say Perry. I don't know why. You feel the contents of your stomach crawling up your throat. The media are calling the Sandman shot you before escaping. You were deprived of oxygen for several minutes, and we chose to put you in an induced. Your voice becomes more distant, fades. You taste bile at the back of your mouth. Your head is burning. You hear a whistle in one ear. Your fingers move to your wound. Underneath the bandages, you can feel hard skin. It is incredibly painful. I'm sorry? Did they catch the Sandman? You nod. No. What about my passenger? He was dead before he even got out of your cab. The doctor is silent for a second. A very awkward second. She hesitates. The police would like to see you as soon as possible to ask you some questions. You're currently the only one of the Sandman's victims who is still alive. Noise in the hallway attracts your attention. You try to turn your head to no avail. You need a rest. She leaves the room. Her voice resonates in the hallway. I don't care. He's the only witness. Another female voice joins in, a strong authoritarian voice. You can't clearly make up what she's saying. A strange feeling washes over you. It's not pain, not fatigue, some odd combination of the two. Before being in this hospital room, never realized that anger was made up of a combination of pain and exhaustion. Anger. A feeling you know all too well. Days go by, and a month later, night one. Are we just gonna start driving right away? Well, look, I got a bit of a problem. A real problem, that is. You have a pounding headache. It's your first night behind the wheel since the attack. Are you listening to me? You catch your boss's eye in the rearview mirror. Yeah. He stares at you for a second or two without speaking. Sometimes I wonder what goes on inside your head. You always seem so far away. I'm listening. Oh, okay. He's watching you closely, trying to make out what's going on in your head. You know I'm worried about you, don't you? I know. You're like a son to me, you know? I know. You know he's gonna tell you about the story of his taxi fleet again. When my father died and left me in the store, I could have sold it. I could have retired, gone back to the old country. Let him go on. But I decided to start a cab fleet with the money he left me, to hire the guys from the neighborhood. And that's why I got 45 guys like you working for me. His hands flutter in the air. Though none of them are any match for you. He smiles, his voice suddenly takes on a serious note. You want me to go over everything again? He points to the equipment on the dashboard, the meter, the GPS. You haven't been in a taxi for weeks, maybe you do need a little refresher. Yeah, it's been like 3 years since I played the game, so probably a good idea. Right then. Well, first the map. You spot potential customers and try to guess where they'll be going. Then you decide. When a customer orders a taxi, if there's no one else around, you have to go pick them up. He shrugs. That's the way it goes. It's business. No problem. The other fares, you look at the map and decide whether or not you want to take them. And then, you drive. He flashes a quick mechanical smile. You know it well. When he talks about work, he talks about work. That's all. When your shift is over, we do the numbers and... His voice trails off as searching for the right words. And that's all. It's pretty simple. There's no reason why you can't do it. Oh right, no overtime. We're in France here and there are rules, regulations. You might not see it that way, but no one likes having a driver who hasn't slept for 24 hours. He looks away. Something's been bothering him since he got into the cab. Anyhow, you know the ropes. You get it. I know you're going to do a good job. What's the matter? Your boss keeps quiet for a while as if he's hesitant to speak, and then... I don't think it's a good idea. You shouldn't be driving. The murderer's still out there, and we think he's going to come back for you. He doesn't know who I am. He could have seen your face. The police are positive he didn't. He attacked from behind, I fell to the ground, and he took off. Silence. Your eyes lock. He holds your gaze. He wants to believe you, to be on your side. He looks away. Anyway, I'll let you get back to work. Every minute spent in your taxi is a minute lost. He gives you a smile, half ironic, half serious. Have a good evening. Sarcasm in his voice is palpable. Right, you have a good evening, too. You'll spend the rest of the night dealing with problems and drivers. You wonder how and when the guy ever gets any sleep. Your boss opens the door and exits the cab. You watch him cross the street and enter the fleet garage. A couple of colleagues are milling about. Taxis are coming and going. They all ignore you, consciously or unconsciously. You are branded. You sit there a moment, then turn the key in the ignition. The hum of the engine sends a tingle down your spine. It's impossible to describe how you miss that feeling. It's back to the night shift. Back to life. Despite the attack. Despite it all. Well, we're driving. Pick you up. Bum, 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 bum. I need to go to St. Owen. Yeah, sure, you can come in. Your next passenger does not simply get in. She throws herself in. Energetic, lively, chatty, she looks like she never stops. She gives you her address and heaves a big sigh. You start driving. Oh my god, oh my god. I'm going out of my mind. What's going on? No, I just saw this movie. She takes a deep breath. This one was life-changing. She exhales audibly, like she's just revealed a terrible secret. I'm telling you, it knocked me on my ass. Incredible. First off, it was old, so I thought it wouldn't really be able to get into it. But from the minute it starts, you can tell there's something sketchy going on. It's not your typical movie. The main character is played by the heartthrob you saw in all the movies those days. He has a Danish name or something like that. She waves her hand around. Anyway, the guy's in high school, even though he's clearly like 25, but it's always like that in American movies. He's in high school and doesn't feel well, you know, like he's squinting and bent over and all. At first, I thought he looked kind of stupid like that. It's obvious he's not 17, then all of a sudden, BAM! She pounds her fist into her open hand. I get it. It's me. I mean, he reminds me of me, you know, of when I was in high school. She lets her last sentence hang in the air for a second. She seems to be calming down. Her voice is slower, softer. The guy isn't doing well. He's seeing a shrink, but his parents and his sister are on his ass all the time. He doesn't know what to do with his life. He's totally lost. Then there's a disaster. This crazy thing happens. You find out he did it. Him or the giant bunny that follows him everywhere. She literally jumps from her seat when she says the last part. I'm gonna let her keep going. I was sitting there, wide-eyed, telling myself I must be dreaming, but there really was a giant rabbit standing there next to him. And it's not a nice bunny if you get my drift. It's out to get people. To get back at anyone it doesn't like. Your pastor taps her hands together. Story of my life, dude. I'm telling you. Story of my life. Okay, without the giant rabbit part, but that could have been me up there on the screen. My parents couldn't stand my passion for film. They want me to study something serious. They say they haven't been busting their backs all their life for me to be dependent on them. She clicks her tongue and rolls her eyes. Yeah, right. Like we have enough money for me to keep living off them. Little sister looks after me like, oh, we're not going to say that one. And yet she spends all day, every day, watching mind-numbing sitcoms and losers on vacation. She sinks into the back seat. Whenever I go home, no one is the least bit interested in what I do. Who I am, what I like. Not a soul to ask me what I saw and if I liked it or not. So the main character hesitates and makes the wrong choice. He goes for revenge. See, the bunny, it's his conscience. She pauses, looks outside. It's our collective conscience. You know, I'm not perfect. But I don't steal. I'm not, man, I don't know. Like that could really happen because you never know, right? I'm not perfect. No one is. Someone's got to tell that giant rabbit. If the giant rabbit kills, if he's seeking revenge, well, it's kind of our fault that we're too stupid to see we're not worth much, right? See what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna make fun. Yes, we all have our own personal giant rabbit we take everyone that tells us what to do. The rabbit even controls our lives. I mean, I leave mine at home because there's not enough room in the cab. Silence. She scans your face. Yeah, right, be that way, fine. Although, I see you more as having a bear friend than a rabbit. She burst out laughing. In any case, that movie blew my mind. Actually, I didn't actually understand it. But damn, it did me some good. You think that makes me crazy? Nah. It's just a movie, you get what you want out of it. Well, yes and no. She looks at you, filled with doubt. Otherwise, people could just throw whatever the hell they want on the screen and would do, right? That guy who made the movie must have spent so much time writing and making the film, and here I go thinking it means something totally different. How awful. That mean he just lost control of it. Completely. She opens her eyes wide, like she's surprised at the thought. Fuck, man, that's gotta suck balls. You're at some festival and some young thing comes to you. I loved your movie and how it addressed the challenges of the teen years. And you're like, no, my movie is about mental illness. The nerve. She pauses. You pull up in front of her place. She doesn't even notice, seems lost in thought. Or maybe not. Maybe that's actually what's cool about it. Apparently, like she's woke up, she hands you a bill to pay her fare. She stares at you intently for a few seconds. You must think I'm totally nuts, huh? I absolutely do. Your pastor bursts out laughing. Well, that was clear. She takes a second to think, shrugs her shoulders. I think I could care less. I complain and all, but that's the price to pay not to be a total idiot. I'm happy to pay it. She looks up at her building. Okay, here goes. Wish me luck. She hops out of the cab and disappears. Well, okay, that's the first pasture of the day. There's no one near me. I think you're closer. Dun dun. A bus full of soccer fans is slugging along the road. A kid waves you from his seat. You wave back. Just driving along down the street. Hi, honey. Home, please. The door opens. Your passenger cell isn't on the back seat. She's regular. You know her address. Everything okay, honey? All good, Jakui. You've known Jakui for years now. A friend of a friend, rather well-liked prostitute in your old neighborhood. Hope spring's gonna be warmer than last year, because I can't stand freezing my ass off anymore. She's been working in the Bois de Boulogne, that's so French I can't even speak it, for 2 years now. Every now and then she treats herself to a ride home in a taxi. What's the latest news? You can tell Jakui anything, almost anything that is. Is your back better? You smile. No, not really. That bastard really did you, didn't he? Can I ask you something, Jakui? She leans forward. Anything you want, honey. You tell her about Lieutenant Busset, about her threats, and your mission. You got screwed again. You're too nice. She sucks her teeth. You and the cops, you're gonna have to go see someone or start banging one. Jakui. Okay, right, you're the boss. I'll ask around. Some of my clients might know something. A pause, you know it's coming, you're expecting it. But fair's fair, the next ride is free, okay? You nod silently. You meet her eyes in the rearview mirror. Anyway, take care of yourself, okay? You give her a smile. Oh, so like if I pick her up, she'll give me evidence. That could be useful. You know me. She looks pensive. Yeah, right, I do. That's the problem. You know, hun, she pauses, a thoughtful look on her face. Sometimes wonder if I'm not in the wrong line of work. I should have been an innkeeper. You know what I mean? Have my own place, a dozen beds or so, something always simmering in the kitchen. Why do you say that, Jakui? Well, you know, business isn't so great these days. Competition is tough these days, especially with all the young Albanian girls they'll send in bringing down the prices. She lets out a long sigh of exasperation. Anyway, I cook for my clients. They come to see me, you know, and there's something hot to eat. It's not the Ritz or anything, but it's better than nothing. What do you cook? I don't make tin and lamora for them. The smell's too strong. Let her go on. I make granites and soups, dishes that can simmer while I'm working. I'll have to try something. Anytime, hon. If you come by my party, it'd be a little easier. I can make you something sort of festive. You smile. You like the idea, but not right away. First, let me finish up business. Maybe after, when it's all done. Take all the time you need, hon. I have plenty of time to spare. She flashes you a smile. That reminds me, I haven't seen Addie for a few months. You know how she's doing? She's fine. I'll have to give her a call. I like talking to Jakui. With her, time goes faster, it flows more easily. A few minutes later, you're parked in front of her building. Thanks, hon. She hands you the fare and then exits the cab slowly. Damn, back. She leans heavily on the cab for a moment. You okay, Jakui? Yeah, sure, honey. Don't worry about it. Just feel my age, that's all. Luckily, I don't have a hole in to clean, right? Blowing laughter fills the air. Anyhow, this time I'm really going. You follow her. Yari follows her as she enters the building. She waves one last time from the entrance. You wave back, then start the cab. Alright. The door suddenly opens and a woman gets in the back seat. Having a good night? For a second, you freeze. One of the cops of the Sandman's case. She grins at you. Her voice creaks. You remember seeing her at the hospital. Something already bothered you about her there. You know, it's actually pretty crazy. For weeks, I've been saying to myself there's something off about you. Something not so nice. I dug around, mulled it over, bugged all my fellow cops about it because I was sure you lied to us. Let her keep going. She has a cold sneer on her face. I'm going to be frank with you. She leans over to you. You're not the Sandman, not the right profile. She squints like she's trying to make you out from far away. Like you've gone to the extent of hurting yourself. Yeah, between us, it's a bit of a stretch. She stares at you. But not enough a stretch for my chief to stop going on and on about you. Seriously, he talks about you all the time. If I didn't know better, I think he had a crush on you. She smirks. No, I think he's more interested in your profile. In prison at 17, an icy chill fills your gut. And for murder, too. You open your mouth, but nothing comes out. Since you got out, you kept a low profile, but you're lying about your name and address. I checked. It's normal, you'd say. If they got word of your time served, no loan for your permit, no lease for your car. Meaning, no second chance at life. Okay, great to get blackmailed. Her voice becomes softer, almost warm. I personally like guys who want a second chance. No, I like guys who fight for a second chance. Basically, I like guys who are willing to work for me. She leans forward, her shiny cat-like eyes narrowing. My chief wants to go to the prosecutor with a first and a last name, with evidence. Actually, knowing him, he's not so hot on evidence. So, I'll give you info, victims, suspects, medical reports, some photos that are a bit... She makes a gagging noise. You have to be discreet. Keep it between you and me. Interrogate, ask questions, dig around. I'm not a cop. She shrugs. Don't worry, you're already keener than half the squad. And don't forget, I'm not asking you to make an arrest and deliver the killer wrapped up in a bow in front of the station, okay? You're no Batman. You're just here to get me more information. She rummages around in her pockets for what seems like forever, and then the player drinks a drink. I should have said sipped my drink, but I couldn't think of sip in time. Whatever. Your joke still stands. Here, take my card. I'll call you in 3-4 days. Just check in. We'll chat. And I'll let you know if I have any new info. She takes on a didactic, paternalistic tone, like she was giving you a list of recommendations for the 100th time. Don't get caught. Don't get arrested. Also, I wouldn't recommend trying to leave Paris. I know what you look like, and I know who your friends are. You can either be the solution or the problem, my friend. She takes a minute to scan your face, your emotions. If I have to, I'll check in on you-know-who. Her smile is biting. That reminds me, she know you've done time? You shake your head. She snickers. Oh, my little dirtbag, you cover your tracks well. I did what I could. Yeah, if you say so. She sighs in a tired, exaggerated way. Don't try to mess with me, man. If things don't go well, I'll turn you in. I'll send your picture to all my friends in the media and every asshole in Paris. Your picture with your name on it. Your real name. Anyone close to you will have their places searched. They'll be put under house arrest. Spend nights in jail. You have any idea how tense things are with that fucker's trial anyway? You sigh. You know what she's trying to get at. Come to think of it, last names are almost the same. You could be brothers, actually. Ooh. Yeah, let's, I'm nothing like that son of a bitch. She smiles. Let me tell you, that face of yours and your handle, they'll welcome you with open arms. I'm not gonna say anything this time. She takes on a serious tone, business-like. I want to catch this killer personally. I want to drag him to court, ruin his fucking life with a bang. I can't botch this case, you got me? And neither can you, right? Obviously. Well, great then. We see eye to eye. So you can just say you're my informant. My CI. He ripped open your gut. You saw your own insides. You were in a coma. Yeah, you have plenty of reasons to want to get back at him. She furrows her brow. Yeah, I think you're actually going to do what I tell you to do. You investigate, ask questions, list all the rumors, and you come up with a list of suspects. She lays her hand on the door handle and freezes. Oh, right, and don't get fired. Without this cap, you're worth nothing to me. You glare at her. I'm not going to say anything. She puts her hand up, and you can hear the words behind it. This conversation never happened. I'll make sure you get more intel tomorrow. I'll find a way. Until then, not a word to anyone. Obviously, not a word. The door opens, squeaks, and slams shut. Fucking bitch. You sit alone for a while, teeth clenched, dry-eyed, ears buzzing. Shit. On the back seat, the cop left a pile of papers. Shit. Key in the ignition, motor running. Radio on, crackles. You turn off and start driving. Talking to Pastor might unlock new documents and clues for your investigation. You will find them back at your studio after your shift. 4 clues discovered, available in your room. And now I'm officially a detective. You take a second to enjoy the silence of your studio apartment. Outside, the city is slowly waking up. You can still hear the hum of the taxi buzzing in your ears. You threw the files Bussette gave you on the table. On the wall, you hung up the big cork board where you used to pin up photos of your nephews. They've been gone since you got out of... Your plan is simple. Jot down all the pieces of evidence and connect them to the suspects. The guilty part won't necessarily be the one with the most evidence against them, but the one with the most compelling evidence against them. It's like you're building a story about each suspect. Trying to understand their motives. Understand how he or she got into this situation. You're suddenly overcome with a desire to sleep. You close your eyes, press your fingers to your eyelids, and allow a yawn. You glance at your bed and get to work. Okay. Who do we have? Camille Antoinette. Entrumpeter, Herod IV victim. Young, fit, good physical state. Anger management issues. Attacked a cop the day of the first killing. Never arrested. Blurry past. Lived in a studio owned by her family. And the Group Diamant. Ghislaine Zamor, an ex-partner of Group Diamant, recently fired from the board. Good physical state. Lost her dad a year ago. Did her military service in Israel. Knows how to handle a gun. Anger management issues. Assaulted a cop a few months. Okay, you both assaulted a cop. Christopher Colon, a young drifter, dropped out of school, average physical state, arrested but always released, minor at the time, reason unknown. No known address in Paris, suspected to steal unlocked cars, possible use of drugs. Retired mailman, good physical state despite his alcoholism, lost his grandson in the Albatross fire a few months ago, was one of the most vocal protesters of the Albatross fire, attacked Antira Ventimiglia something during a protest, we'll just call her Antonie. She never pressed charges. Oh, so he attacked her. CEO of Group Del Monte, owner of the Albatross beginning, has been difficult to investigate, friends in high places, described as a shark by rivals and friends, ruthless array for anything, files linked to the Corsican Mafia. Okay, right away, she's a CAO, I doubt she'd get her hands dirty, so I'm just gonna go cross her off right now. He's possible. I feel like I'm not really gaining anything out of him. He doesn't really seem connected at all, but we'll see. I think they're probably going to have good physical state. Do you have good physical state? You do have good. Okay, you two are the heavy ones. Maybe we'll see the evidence and possibly him, but I doubt it's her. If it is her, we'll see, but... Oh, don't end night. Oh my god. Okay. Autopsy report. Suspects intel. I should probably go deal with that. Victim 1's criminal records. Autopsy report. Let's go give the report. Victim 1's criminal records. Do I have time? I have time to do all of this, okay. Alright, let's see what we have. You only lost your company to Group Diamante. Victim 1 used to work with the Mafia. Don't you work with the Mafia? Father was linked to the Corsican Mafia. Anyone else with the Mafia? Just you, it seems. So that's... Victim 1 thought to be a suicide at first. Does anyone have any ties to Victim 1? I don't see anything. He lost his in a fire. Victim 1, usual MO similar to Albatross fire. Huh. Okay. That's probably towards him. I know about that. Victim 1 strangled post-mortem. Okay. Victim 1 burn marks on the body. Tears found on Victim 2, maybe killer. Huh. I don't know who that could link towards. Strangled post-mortem. He has husband, a dentist with access to muscle relaxant. Maybe he's buying him, or she's buying him drugs. Victim 1, arsonist. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of stuff towards Alexandria, but it's probably not going to be him then. I think that's all we have. I don't know. I guess this can go to the Victim 1. Tears down on Victim 2. Nothing really goes to Victim 2. Maybe her. Does everyone have... You both have anger management issues. So maybe one of you. For now, this is fine. There's no evidence against Kristoff, though. There's evidence against her. I thought it was going to be her, but maybe it will be. Right now, I think Gelderine, ex-partner. She's not a partner anymore of Group Diamante. CEO of Group Diamante. Hair of the 4th victim. Huh. I doubt she'd kill. But maybe. She's linked. They're all linked to the Group Diamante except this guy, though. It's probably not him, then. He's probably just a throwaway. Let's end the night. With a heavy hand, you wipe your tired face. You slowly open the sofa bed and lie down. The events of the day run through your head. The streets, the passengers, their faces, their problems. Your brain is running at full speed. Your body aches and you're in pain. You can tell you need to get more sleep. You glance at your investigation board. It looks awfully empty. Tomorrow you have a chance to fill it up more. You shake your head and your mind wanders for a second. Your eyes close and you can feel yourself drifting off until you hear a voice break out in the distance. The cat is dead. And then silence. You close your eyes without any idea where the voice is coming from. And a second later you're asleep. I'll take a sip of my drink and get ready for the next day. You open one eye. You start whistling. Some song that's been in your head since you woke up. Though you don't know why. It's going to be a long night. You get up quickly. My computer is like going crazy, by the way. I can hear it audibly. I don't know if it's picking up on the mic, but it's going crazy. But that doesn't matter. I got stuff to get through. Is there anyone connected to the case? No. Are you connected to the case? I don't think you are. Let me go over here then. I know I need to pick up passengers, but I also want to solve this mystery. I doubt I'm going to run out of money. If I can find someone connected to the case, that'd be good. Maybe that girl was. I probably should have looked at their faces more. You pull up in the front of a small cafe. The place seems to be straight out of the 70s. You catch sight of Marco just sneaking inside. It's late, but the place is still open. You climb out of a cab and follow him inside. The bar reeks of smoke. Smoking is banned, of course, but some places let customers do as they please. At this time of night, it's either beer or coffee. A man probably about to clock in is eating a ham sandwich. You smile. It's a real trip down memory lane. Reminds you of your father. Hey, psst! You look over at Marco and head to his table. You and Marco are old friends until he stole your wife. For a number of reasons that neither one of you feels like getting into, he owed you one ever since. Look at you, man. You look like shit. And you look pretty drunk. He pretends not to have heard. Sit down. I don't want anyone to notice us. He's shaking, his voice low, he's clearly uncomfortable. Marco's a nervous type, but tonight's different. What are you so worried about? You have no idea what you're getting me into, do you? He downs the glass of cheap red wine on the table in front of him. I'm sticking my butt out for you, man. If anyone finds out, I'm out on my ass. Even worse, they may go after me, and they aren't a bunch of softies over there. They're ruthless, real sharks. His voice takes on a plaintive tone. Why the hell do you care if a guy worked at Diamante anyhow, eh? Admit it, you're just doing it to piss me off. Just give me the information. Sure, go ahead, change the subject. He lowers his gaze. Every single time, man, it never fails. I find a job and settle down, then you show up and make a mess of everything. He fails with the empty glass. That damn Jean Burnett guy he asked about, yeah, I work for Diamante. Jean Burnett was the Sandman's first victim. He was assigned in the main office, the handyman. He put the furniture together, changed light bulbs, emptied garbage cans, and then they fired him. I got a look at the memo, but it didn't say much about the whens and whys. That's all? He heaves a sigh. No, that's not all. You detect a note of urgency in his voice. He's upset, irritable. That Bren Geyser's pyromaniac. Got caught setting fire to some boxes in the parking lot. It wasn't the first time. They fired him on the spot. So come on, what's this all about? How do you know the guy? Can't talk about it. Yeah, right. It's top secret. He stands up all at once, his chair scraping the floor, his hands shaking. This is the last time, man. Don't ask for help again. It's the last time. He storms out of the cafe. The heavy door bangs shut behind him. You sit there a while without moving. The bar owner nods over at you with a whistle. Hey, buddy, that pal of yours? You didn't pay. You pay Parko's tab and leave. The cool air sets your mind in motion, so Brett had worked for the group Diamante as a pyromaniac. There's no way that's a coincidence. You climb back into your cab. Your head's still heavy. The hum of the engine brings you around. You still got a long night ahead of you. Maybe the first one was a fire, right? I don't think anyone who's involved with the case is here, though. We'll just take you on a ride, then. I don't see anybody who's a suspect. Too drunk, can't drive. A passenger waves to you from the sidewalk, unsteady on his feet, one hand there, the other cupped to his mouth to get your attention. This one has been drinking. Oh, fucking great. He gets in, out of breath, you start driving. I thought I was gonna have to walk. Thanks for stopping. No problem, you have a nice evening? He takes a minute to catch his breath. Crazy, 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 crazy. He leans forward, his face close to yours, his breath reeks of vodka, making your head spin. There's another smell coming off him. Cologne? It's crazy. One day you just realize youthless. It's just same old, you know? And then, bam! You get a yes. Your seatbelt. Oh shit, yeah, sorry. He settles back into his seat. From Sonia. Her name is Sonia. It was our third date. His eyes roll back in his head and a huge grin spreads across his face. I haven't felt like this in ages. As he speaks, he pulls the hair off the top of his head. It's a toupee, which he lays down on the seat next to him. As he runs his hand over his bald head, he looks at me. He's never been happier or felt freer. She teaches philosophy at my high school. I usually don't speak to her type, all liberal freaks. But I don't know, man. She had this strict way of walking, serious look about her. She invited me for coffee then on the school day. I had a ton of papers to grade, but I said yes. Best decision of my life. My whole life. His eyelids droop and his voice becomes flatter. We went to the movies on our second date. It was Ken Loach, another liberal freak, but she was really disappointed by it, almost angry. I knew she was the one. We decided to get one more drink. She grabbed my hand, gave me that look like she wanted more. I didn't know what to do with myself. He yawns, about to fall asleep. I can't let my seniors find out. You let him doze off. When you arrive at your destination, he is sound asleep. Sir? Your passenger awakes with a start. His first words come out shallow, half-eaten, and unintelligible. Sorry, I must have dozed off. He glances at the meter, digs in his pocket, and pulls out a handful of bills. You watch how he staggers down the street. A long minute later, he disappears into his building. Alright, well, good for you, man. Is there anybody nearby on the list? I see no suspects nearby. Where are my suspects at? Okay. Because I know you can drive the suspects, but I don't know where the freaking suspects are. None of them are showing up. So I guess I'm just going to drive random people around. I'm trying to get evidence, but not really helping out here. I'm going to 13 Arrondissement. The passenger getting in the cab smells of alcohol. There's a feeling of sadness about her. She gives you her address and you start the car. They settle into an unsurprisingly standard conversation. Climate change, politics, the price of real estate in Paris. But then, someone mentions the serial killer. You lean in to listen. A rumor. Could be of help. The passenger pulls out her phone, but the screen remains off. You glance back at her in the rearview mirror every now and then. She's clearly upset, uneasy, sad. All of a sudden she speaks to you. She has a deep, soft-spoken voice. Excuse me, do you think texting to say you had a nice evening is like just 10 minutes after you saw someone? It might seem a bit desperate, no? You smile. Clearly you're not an expert on the subject. Nah, I think it's fine. Really? She gives you a smile. Well, I guess. Anyhow. She immerses herself in her telephone and quickly types a message that she immediately sends. There. I'll just have to wait and see. She sighs. I really like meeting that girl. Super nice. I've been in Paris for 8 years now. 8 years. And it's hard. Incredibly hard. Her voice falters. And there are so many people in Paris, too. You should see them. I do a lot of work in law firms. They're bursting with attractive women. But there's so much shame. And denial. Most are uncomfortable. Lost. I get it when you're 20, but when you're 30? Her eyes widen in dismay. Anyhow, who am I to say? Wasn't any better when I was 20, right? I am surprised, that's all, and fed up. The passenger suddenly realized she's oversharing. Sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you all this. People tend to open up at night. You're a mark. Your mark gets a smile from her. In taxicabs, maybe. But on dates, it's just the opposite, isn't it? When I got to Paris, I thought I was going to meet a nice group of women and, at last, to go out and have fun. And all I found was more of the same. Girls who are inhibited, hung up, afraid, who don't want to commit. That girl tonight, she just wanted to go out for a drink because she was bored. That's why we met up so late. She didn't have anything to do at home, so she didn't put it that way, of course, but I knew. Days today or so. My friends who are older talk about the bars they went to back in the day, the underground scene, glances exchanged in the metro. Me, I'm happy just getting an emoji. Pretty pathetic. And here it is, her text. Glad to have met you. Her voice trails off. But it's best if we leave it at that. She pauses. Signed, woman raising hand emoji. She turns her face away, eyes glued to the passing scenery. Yep. I'm gonna let her be. The passenger is apparently lost in thought. There's no talking for the rest of the ride. Your passenger, she isn't texting. Is hardly even touching the screen. She's using a dating app. Her finger swipes the screen, mainly to the right, approving profiles from time to time, to the left, rejecting them. She keeps at it for another few minutes until you're near the address she'd given you. As soon as you park, she hands you the fare. You can tell by her mood she's irritated, annoyed. She gets out of the cab quickly. Your eyes follow her as she's walked over to the building. A moment later, she's gone. Okay. Do I need gas? I think I'm fine. Still no suspects. We already drove you around, so I want to do someone different. I don't want to drive the same person around back-to-back nights. I don't know why you're getting a taxi again. You out and about every night? I mean, hey, you do you. I'm going to the 17th. The door opens to your next passenger, a woman, jumps in the back seat. Ray DeVee. Your voice is shaking. Her mind is elsewhere. You okay? Please. You start driving the river. You know your passenger is shivering. She is clenching her rose in her hands like it might otherwise fly away. You want me to turn the heat up? She doesn't hear your question. I'll insist. Miss? No. No? No. I said no. No heat? She looks at you. He asked me to marry him and I said no. He had everything planned. He put the ring in my champagne flute and I said no. She blinks her eyes very slowly. I don't know why I said no. Why? Her expression means scornful, aggressive. You don't want to get married? No. She's almost frozen. Some time goes by. She's like a freeze frame, a movie on pause. I want to get married. I always dreamed of a wedding, of the kind of life. Her head wobbles. Her elegant facial features cloud over briefly. I think... She looks back quickly. Her voice breaks. I have to go back to the restaurant. Getting married is what I've always wanted. So why did I say no? You get the impression she's shrinking. She looks tiny and fragile in the rearview mirror. Shit. Shit. I just said shit. Her face looks like she's been in a brutal accident. We have to turn around now. Okay. Thanks, But she decides not to finish her sentence at all. As soon as you can turn around. In the backseat, your passenger can't bear to look at you. She studies her hands instead. You drive on in silence. It's strange, but you like that odd feeling of going back over the same road. Everything seems so different. The buildings have a different perspective. You see them in a new and unexpected light. Passerbys are no longer the same. They've been replaced by others. The lights are on a different cycle, like they've known you're coming back. A few minutes later, without noise, getting covered, you pull in front of the restaurant you just came from. He throws you a shy, almost indiscernible sign. Can I ask for a favor? You nod slowly. Don't ever repeat what I said. Nod silently. And in a whisper, she adds, thanks. She pays her fare, gets out of the cab, walks up to the restaurant. She's trying to catch someone's eye. She stands like that for a minute, on tiptoe, her head leaning towards the dining room. Then, she walks into the restaurant. Her rose is left behind in the doorway. I'm gonna wait. Another minute to think about her beautiful gown, her words, how she shook. Getting married. For a second, try to remember your own marriage proposal. It all seems so far away. So very far away. And you turn the key in the ignition and drive away. Okay. Any suspects this time around? I need to get gas either today or tomorrow. Dude, there's no suspects here. Oh my god. You know, there's gas right here. I might as well fill it up. I have time. I'm already like halfway there. Yeah, that wasn't even... You pull over. You walk into the mini mart. The guy behind the counter looks like all the other guys behind you counters you've come across in your lifetime. Yeah? Newspaper. Talk with the clerk. Say, a guy like you, someone who spends most nights here, must know someone about the killer, right? He raises his head up and seems almost happy you brought it up. Okay, I got a clue. Good to hear. Not a word from the guy behind the counter. You, on the other hand, curse automatically as you put one foot out the freezing cold. Let us go. Get in your taxi and drive away. Alright, you're still nearby. Is there really no suspects nearby? I will drive as far as I need to find a suspect. What do you got? Nice hoodie man. I think I've already talked to you before in the past, but I can't recall what you said. Palace de Congrès. Next passenger can see your cab like an old man returning to his armchair, all grunts and groans. After what seems like several minutes, he settles himself and delicately fastens the belt across his chest. Looking in the mirror, you notice the man's age is surprised. He can't be older than 25. Howdy. Got the address, right? De Congrès? Bingo. Let's roll, dude. You smile to yourself and turn the key in the ignition. After a few moments, you hear your passenger moaning softly to himself, apparently in pain. Are you okay back there? I look that bad, huh? No, it's just... I'm kidding, man. I know I look like roadkill. Feel like roadkill. Like I ate roadkill. Like some roadkill ate me. But I'm fine, really. Thanks for checking in. You look back at him. His eyes are hidden beneath his hood, but his whole body is curled on in itself. He looks terrified. Are you sure you're okay? Just pre-show jitters. He laughs unconvincingly. Who am I kidding? I'm scared out of my mind. Literally. Scared? Technoponia 9. That's where we're going. Every biohacker, transhumanist, and futurologist worth his cryptocurrency will be there. I'm giving a talk. The closing talk, in fact. Sounds like a big deal. Oh man, it is. Someone even saw Mitnick there yesterday. I mean, the Condor himself. The name means nothing to you, but your pastor looks positively starstruck. Me showing off my work to the who's who man. The cream. A huge grin splits his face an instant before he groans again. He digs his elbows deep into the seat. And all it took was a little brain surgery. You're recovering from brain surgery? I certainly hope so. He points to his head. Although, we only completed the procedure a few days ago, too early to tell at this point. That's the real reason I'm so fucking scared, if I'm honest. I did this to myself. He gestured toward his current state. Designed a new kind of brain implant, one that can access everything. The unlimited learning potential of the metaweb. A mind gate between my brain and the cloud. You put a computer in your head? No, Yeah, more or less. A chip at least. Okay, dude. I'm always connected now. You make a turn and see the lights at a conference center. Problem is, he dips in silence for a second. Have you ever felt like, I don't know, your teeth click and like winking somehow. Have you ever felt like something else in the darkness behind your eyes? Some voice telling you what to do? Sometimes. That night with Aid. That one very specific minute. How it felt like you were just going through the motion with someone. Something else was at the wheel. Telling her to call the cops. Like telling her to lock herself up in the bedroom. Telling her how to follow your lead. Sometimes instinct takes over. Guides your hands. Instinct, right. It's just that since the op, I started seeing... He leans forward and his hood falls from his face. I don't think I'm alone in here anymore. A jagged tread, mark of a scar, winds across his hairline, but his eyes really scare you. One is completely dark pupil brown, the other is milky white. figure unfast itself next to him in fluid motion. He watched it disappear the ground before turning key and driving away. Okay. Cool. Brain. There's no one. I don't have time. Let me just read the newspaper. You pull a newspaper out of your glove compartment and start leading through it. Eventually, something grabs your eye. It's a photo of the French soccer team and just won a match against a team from Ventevaux. You have no idea where Ventevaux is. You turn the page and stop. You've read about a third of the newspaper. I'll keep reading. You stop reading and go back a few pages. You thought you saw something. An in-depth article about the Albatross 6 months after the tragedy. It's all very vague and gives no new information. Even more startling, the tone is quite cynical, mean even when the journalist refers to the tenant associations. You only have a third left to read. As soon as you get to the page, you stop. Your instinct tells you to look at. It's a rather positive critique of a bar called Soli's. You make note of the information with interest. In your line of work, that kind of thing can always come in handy. Shut the paper, and it'll end up in the trash tonight. If you remember it's there, otherwise he'll spend the rest of his day in your glove compartment. Well, that was kind of a useless one. Oh, do you have information for me? You said you would get me information. I will take that information, because... Destination home. The door opens. Shaku in the back seat. Good to see ya. How have you been? Everything okay, I hope? Just making do, Jakui. She gives you her most radiant smile. Same here, same here. She starts talking all at once. Already told you how shitty the new law is, huh? You nod yes. To find sex workers' clients. One of my regulars came back to see me today. You know they're going to make them a class now, too. A class? Yeah, a class. Clients are already paying fines, and now they're being forced to attend a 2-day class. Sure, go on and tell them it's not normal to see a prostitute. A client of mine? I know he didn't like it much. But he told me they were arrogant, you know, like they were talking down to the convicted clients or something. I don't understand the government, the politicians. We exist, we're not going away, we pay taxes too. Do you realize that? I pay taxes like you, like everyone else. A pause. Almost everyone, that is. In this goddamn country today, the richer you are, the less you pay. What a mess. She grows contemplative for a moment. When she speaks again, her voice is gruff. I'm only doing my job, you know. There are people who come to talk to us. They talk to us about reinsertion and all that. Great for the young girls who just started. But for the transvestites, the Uruguayans, and the Colombians, there's no way they're going to find work by themselves. And me? It's been too long. There's no way I'm going to be a checkout person at the grocery store. First of all, I run into clients all the time. She smiles, proud of her little joke. No, serious. It's just that's my job. I chose to do it. That's the great advantage of this line of work. Even you didn't choose. Yeah. Your friend answered with a smile. The right continues for a while in silence. To me, what's really outrageous? He seems saddened by the conversation. What really gets me is the fact they're not helping us any more than before. The cops, state police, the whole lot, they ignore us, just like before. They threaten us, just like before. They make fun of us, just like before. Like they only pass the law for the money. $1,500 for the first offense, $3,000 the second. Pretty stiff price for a trick. The upshot, we have fewer clients. Makes sense? Funny country you live in. Land of the rights of man and all that. Her voice tinged with anger. Rights my ass. The only ones who came around now are the regulars or the basket cases. The guys don't know what they're risking. Yeah, particularly the guys who don't know what they're in for. She gives a funny laugh. Sounds like crushed metal. Good business for the cops at any rate. You just stand there in the alley, wait for the car to park, and nab the client when he's getting out of the van. Presto, $1,500. You nab 4 or 5 at night, you're set to go. Funny country, land of human rights and all that. You check off all the boxes, your boss happy, you get your bonus. And all this thought for good old Q and her clients. She shrugs. A moment later, you pull the side street where Q lives. The building is in poor repair, the hall lights flickering. You park in the first available space. Always a pleasure, honey. She pays the fare of the crumpled up bills and coins. That's all I have. No prob. She smiles. Good night. She gets out of the bar and walks to the entrance. She's not much of a hurry to get home. Well, I didn't get any information from you, so that kind of sucks. But hey, we did a ride. I don't have any time left. I gotta go home. Yeah, none of my clients were here anyway. That sucks. But hey, what can you do about it? You have met Jean Noel. Apparently I've never even talked to the guy. Oh, that hurts. No, it's fine. I'm not here to make a profit right now. At the foot of your front door, just behind a drain pipe, you notice an envelope. It's thick and heavy. You can make out your name written in thick black marker on the front. Your real name. You take a deep breath and go inside. In the envelope, you find more information just as Busette promised. You lay them on the table. You take a few minutes to update your board with your new clues. Steps in the hallway, they stop in front of your door, then move away. You glance at your bed and get to work. Okay. Killer case would probably be really valuable. Chris's criminal records. Oh my god, that's really long. Let's just do the autopsy report then. I can only do one, so either Chris's or police. We'll do the victim first, then we'll leave Chris for later, because I don't really think Chris is the killer. Oh my god, okay. Okay, alright. Killer is over 1mm75. Okay, it's not Christopher. I had a feeling, but yeah, it's not him. Has to be over 1mm75, so he's completely... I don't even actually need to review his criminal stuff. I may do it if it links. But literally everyone... It's not Christopher. Okay. Victim surprised by injection. Banknote stuffed in throat. Isn't she rich? They're both rich. Both of those two are suspicious. She's a hair. He's not rich. Weapon used on you. World War II gun. Hair to victim for his fortune. Push victim for to sell shares. Okay, it's one of you. It's 100% one of them. I doubt it's him. I doubt it's Camille, honestly. It could be, but I doubt it's Camille. It's either Geldarine or Anita. Fired from Group Diamante years before Albatross. Okay. Worked for Groups Diamante in the past. Victor Ford changed will 2 days before death. Yeah, but that is victim 4. Who would use banknotes? Both of you are rich. Probably more you. Tears found on victim 3, maybe killer. Killer over... That's the gas station. How valuable is that? Well, if it's... Okay, alright, it's Geldarine then. That's what the gas station says. So if it's that, it's her. If I trust the gas station clerk. Victim 4 left money to his dog. Okay. Newspaper in mouth. Post-mortem. I don't know where victim 3 would really be. I don't... Death by injection of... Wait! Didn't you have muscle relaxers? Yep. Hold on a minute. Okay, you have a very strong case, but you're the only one that fits both heights. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Muscle relaxant, Eastwood's paranormium bromide. Do I have any paranormium bromide here? Newspaper and mouth. Post-mortem. Surprised by injection. Who would be surprised? I doubt it's her. She attacked a cop. She never arrested. She lives in a studio with her by her family. Ex-partner of group. She got fired. She did her military service. She assaulted a cop a few months ago. Can I scroll down? No, that gets her out of it. It's not him. It's 100% not him. I doubt it's him. Maybe her, but I think it's not. It's probably her. However, she has a lot of evidence, but they said it's not all the evidence, the most compelling evidence. Has been difficult? Yeah, has friends in high places. Why would she kill? She's a CEO, though. Wouldn't she just, have someone else do it for her? And she's really tall. She's the tallest here. She has a good physical state. She has an excellent physical state. They were surprised. She didn't have to kill them with, just, power. She could have just surprised them with the muscle relaxers. And then ended her. I mean, she was a partner, though. She was a part of the board, though, so she's a leading member. It's one of these two. I doubt it's her. It's not one of these guys. This guy's mad at the Diamante, I think, in the Albatross. Geldarine or Anita? I don't know yet. We got more days. And night. We'll figure it out. With a heavy hand, you wipe your tired face. You pull open the sofa bed, which unfolds with an unpleasant creak. You collapse onto the mattress. The events of the day run through your head. The street, the passengers, their faces, their problems. Alright, third day. Take another sip of drink and get ready for action. I have 6 nights and I already got it down to 2 people, so that's pretty good. It's either Anita or Gildarine, and I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing both of them. Either you guys available? Of course you're not. There's the hoodie guy again. Maybe I can see how he did. Maybe you'll tell me. You gonna tell me about how your little meeting went now? I'm curious to hear. The movie girl, I did her on the first night. That sounded wrong. What I meant to say is that I talked to her on the first night. You recognize your next passenger, Mealy. It's the strange youngster you drive a few nights before, the one with a computer chip in his brain. Hey, it's you! Well, if it isn't a coincidence, and now of all times, screaming from ear to ear, his mismatched eyes barely visible under his hood. No sense hanging around, let's go. Gives you an address, the hospital in Nuleli. His speech is different, almost like 2 distinct voices talking at the same time. Talking with clients is always a balance. Some relish the chance to tell their stories, others are terrified of talking to strangers. It's very actively seek to discourage conversation. But tonight, how's it going, buddy? How go the rounds? Fine, thank you. Oh, come on, man, it's gotta be better than that. Show me a little enthusiasm. Besides, things have picked up now, eh? The whole team, back on the road. He chuckles warmly, a strange sound directly whispered into your ear. The drive continues in silence for a while. The lamplight casts alternating bars of light and dark across the dashboard. They slow and stop as you approach a red light. Hey, let's play a game. The passenger leaps forward again. See that apartment there, all lit up, even at this time of night? And that dude on the sidewalk? I don't know, her? Points out the window without looking, just after a woman pulls alongside on a bike. Pick one. Why? Like I said, it's a game. If you don't pick, I will, but it's more fun if you choose. You don't know where Connie's going, but... the man on the sidewalk. Not bad, medium difficulty. Spreads his arms across the top of the back seat, silence cab, feels like a leave, like passenger's gone out. Bosh! Outburst makes you jump. Alright, hit me. What do you want to know? About what? About sidewalk, dude, man. Keep up. His job. Work. Oh yes, account. Typical drone stuff. Although, my, he's been a bit of a bad boy. My guy here fancied himself a bit of a gangster, hooked himself up with some underworld connections. Pretty little house of cards indeed, dangerous stuff he's playing with. Is there anything else you want to know? Where's he going? It's not where he's going, where he's been. Or rather, who he's been. Visits the same dive bar each week, calls himself Jan, goes on the hunt. Pastor tilts his head slightly. Seems he bags some parade tonight. Just wait till he goes for his wallet, though. He shakes his head. Looks like she's already bought 3 bottles of the good stuff and enough to drown a horse. Is there anything else you want to know? Name? Too easy. Francois nod. Oh, wait, yeah, not that one. Doesn't stop his workmates, constant jibes, though. Francois? I don't know. That's too French for me. Man sits back like he's finished a meal or what. Oh, man, that was easy. Almost too easy. How'd you do that? For those with the right tools, it's golden age data mining. You wouldn't believe the access people are willing to give so their fridge never runs out of milk, or their smart speaker could tell them a shitty joke. He leans forward. My procedure opened the gates. It was overwhelming. Now I can control it. I can manipulate it. Let me show you. With a whirlwind hand, your passenger points to the man in the crossing. You see the phones right. We did a look of horror stealing over his features. What'd you do? Nothing at all. Although some good Samaritan seems to have sent his entire text message history to his wife and boss. So selfless. Gives you hope for humanity, really. He giggles. You watch his tears begin to roll down the man's cheeks, stab himself on the lamppost, his knees give way over the edge, and you hear muffled sobbing. He looks around in panic before he turns and runs. Your passenger giggles. Shaking, you move away from the light towards your destination. I'm gonna say silent. I don't... Kind of feels like you're invading their privacy, dude. Like, I know he wasn't the greatest guy, but it's not like he was a killer. Someone could have been hurt back there. I should take you to the police. Hey, man, you do you. Though the nearest station just see a whole boatload of prank calls, they're a little overwhelmed right now. He laughed again. You know, at first I thought my procedure had been a mistake. Started seeing things, hearing things. It was like there was another consciousness near, you know? Like, by opening my mind to all that information, I caught the attention of something. A digital devil on my shoulder. His shit-eating grin drops for the first time. It made me do things to people, to my colleagues. They didn't understand my work, laughed me out of that conference, but they didn't deserve. I didn't mean to... He shakes his head and his mismatched eyes catch the light of the street lamps, giving them another whirly go. But the veil parted. Eventually I realized the devil wasn't a devil at all. It was an angel. You swallow. You know what's at the address I gave you? No. No, I don't know that area. It's the clinic where I had my operation. Screen on my end. It's time for round 2. Approach the drop-off. Sure enough, it's a fancy-looking medical clinic. Lights bathe the sidewalk in a green light glow, even at this time. Fare's already in your account, my man. Okay. He leans forward and pats you on the shoulder. Trust is a precious resource, my man. You be careful with that. I don't think I'll be seeing you anytime soon, my man. Nothing personal. I got places to see, people to be. Last nugget of advice, though. Be careful out there. You never know who's watching. With a final grain smoothly from the car towards the clinic, shiver runs on bend down your spine. You run the accelerator and move away from the curb. Yeah, that guy's I wouldn't say I wanted to be around that guy. Any clients? No. Still no one related to the case at this time. Let's go to the sightseeing. Let's go sightsee. I mean, I know I need to make money and all, but I think I'll be fine for a few days. So let me just... You slow down a bit. You've just been hit with a migraine. You crack your window. Icy Parisian air fills the cab. You need to rest. You need coffee. You need to close your eyes. Just a minute. One tiny minute. You don't need to sleep. Oh, you raise your head and see yourself sitting in the back seat. Your gut clenches. No, it's more like someone is pulling your guts out. Yeah, I look like shit. I know. No surprise carries all the crap I eat, right? He smirks, or maybe it's a smile. You can't quite tell. He's got one thing to say. It won't take too long. You'll be able to get back to defending the weak and poor right after. And maybe cleaning up your reputation and that pretty face of yours. It occurred to me. Since your wife left you, you haven't gone late, have you? That must be hard on morale, huh? And I mean, there were opportunities. There was Cynthia, that her name, the nurse who changed your bag of piss. He lets out a snicker. Or that chick you never called back. Huh, what was her name again? Julie. Exactly. He smiles. Julie. Julie. Pretty Julie. When was it? 5 months back? 6 maybe? Something like that. A passenger. Smile. Number swapped in the taxi. A coffee. Your hair cut a bit too short. But you're into short hair, aren't you? You like it when they look like dudes, don't you? Calm down. I was just kidding. Bits and pieces of the coffee date start to resurface. So, why didn't you call her back? Julie, she left you messages. The last syllable hangs in the air. She wanted to see you again. Julie. The last syllable shimmers. She wanted to keep conversing with you. Julie. The last syllable burns. She scared me. He smacks his thigh. There it is. She scared you. Because she was... He is waiting for you to answer, but he can't get the words out. They're stuck on the tip of your tongue. Because that Julie, she was smarter than you. Because you knew she was going to talk about shit you wouldn't understand. Because you're too stupid. His posture shifts. It's almost imperceptible. New word, but it's like he is melting in the back seat. You're too stupid. Lose your temper. You turn around and scream at him. Just shut the fuck up. Alright, that's too much. I'm not going to shout. He has vanished. It's like I'm actually playing this late at night, and I don't want to shout at the night. A truck passes you. The sound of the city slowly comes back to life. A metro in the distance, parked on the first floor of a new rooftop building. You turn the car on, but let your fingers linger on the keys. The smell is neither warm nor cold, just reassuring. You stay like this for a second before driving off. Well, I guess we're back to driving. Any clients? No. What do you got to say? A cyclist runs a red line in front of you. It's one of those bike couriers. Mesdale. Oh, okay. Guess you didn't have anything to tell me. No stories from you. No suspects. We'll go drive this old man, I guess. 3 teens are running around the side to the left of you. They yell and insult each other. Someone throws a beer bottle smashed on a car. You immediately recognize the next passenger getting in your taxi. You never watch television, rarely listen to the radio. You didn't read the newspaper, and yet... You know Franco Stiliani's face. Polygamist, novelist, columnist, politician too, you think. Your passenger distractedly gives you his address. You start driving. You sense your pastor is not in a good mood. I'm telling you. Frankly, some people could really use a slap in the face. Slap in the face? Yes, indeed, sir. He pauses. You'll see what I mean. Tonight I was invited over by dinner by a good friend who works in television. Her 12-year-old son dined with us. First of all, if I may, is it really necessary to have children at the same table? But I digress. All evening, the young fellow, the child... Now, I say child, but his nose was already peppered with preteen pimples, and he had a pathetic patch of peach fuzz. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude, you just landed the kid. Anyway... Oh my god. Gotta process from that for a second. The child spent the entire evening with his eyes glued to a tiny screen. A tiny screen with buttons on each side. A video game? A phone? No. Or maybe so. I know nothing about those things. He flits his fingers in front of his face like he's trying to swat an invisible fly. It's of no matter. He did not ask a single question. He did not answer a single question. His voice became extremely high-pitched. He didn't even ask me how the launch of my latest book, for instance, submission was going. Not a thing. What's more, he was sitting right next to me, of course. He paused. Your passion was in full rant mode. He spent the whole morning in that damn video game. What a moron. What a generation of morons. Each and every one of them. He starts writing in his notebook, mumbling all the while. A few words reach your ears. Consumer society, life of leisure, pleasure, self-centered. Oh, and they stretch their legs out. Where are they getting so comfortable? I ask you this. Want to be superheroes, muscle-bound warriors, princesses, Chinese ninjas. Yet what are they doing with their lives? Their sole purpose is to consume. He pauses. That's just it. They're gonna love it. He dives back into his notebook. Tomorrow, France will become a battlefield. Too strong. Tomorrow, France will become an overgrown field of idiots, good for nothings. Capable of nothing other than pushing buttons. I'm led to believe there are a finite number of neurons, of brain cells. Not only in each man's brain, but on the whole planet. And this gray gold, if you will, is being wasted on wireless screens, tablets. Mill of idiotic children. Factory of degenerates. Designer of morons. The passenger suddenly stops writing, stares aimlessly outside. Tell me, my friend. Your hands clenched to the steering wheel. What did they call that game, the one with the colored blocks? Before he can answer, he raises his hand to stop you. Don't worry, I've got it. He stares into space again. It was really quite addictive. I mean, it was simply colored blocks you had to line up put together to make the lines disappear. I never cared for the Soviets, but I must admit they outdid themselves with that one. He paused. Your passion slowly realizes he's contradicting himself. Anyway, stopped playing right before I wrote my book. I'm a monarchist. What of it? 1989 was quite a year. The crowds were incredible. And of course, I never had to dine right next to a pea-brained snot-nosed brat. His anger slowly subsides. Getting closer to his destination. That game still exists. He seems interested. He slowly fixes his hair, puts on an exasperated like he doesn't get what you're saying. What do you mean, still exists? Of course it still exists. I'm sure there are entire libraries dedicated to these asinine video games, are there not? You can get that game on your phone. What do you mean on my phone? You pull up in front of his door. Are you saying this game is developed as a cellular phone application? Yes. He takes a long pause. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. Yes, some in-depth research, like I did when I wrote that wonderful book on the putt buttons. Somebody's got much information you can find on the internet without having to actually go to New Guinea. He pauses. Or was it Papua New Guinea? Who knows? While getting out of the car, he trips and catches himself barely. He slowly stands back, checks, making sure no one saw him, makes sense in the building. Well, at least that guy was fun. Man, they really don't want me to drive suspects, huh? Not a single suspect nearby. Maybe you'll be valuable. You got anything interesting you want to talk about? Where we're going, place steel to the sir. Two bastards getting your cab can't be more than 17 or holding a board game in their hands. 5 miniatures and a dozen oddly shaped dice clatter on the board as they settle in. The girl speaks to you. You're not an expert. It looks like her clothes are brand name. We're going... She turns to her friend. Where are we going, Pierre? To Xenofec's secret chamber. I mean in real life. Come on, focus. I am focused, just I never saw Rodolph's mom like that before. She was screaming, waving her arms. It was awful. You clear your throat. The girl speaks up. Okay, we'll go to my place then. I told, please. You turn to her friend as you start driving. We'll start playing again at home? We can't keep playing. We're missing a player. Rodolph isn't allowed to play anymore. But we're so close to finishing. You know full well Rodolph won't play. His mother said he isn't allowed to anymore, and he never dared lie to her. He's as cowardly as an elf from Virat. They smile in tandem. You suppose it's an inside joke. You raise your gaze, and it crosses the girls in the rearview mirror. Actually, sir, you detect a hint of an accent. Very faint, very distant. Have you ever been in a role-playing game? Wait, what the hell are you saying, Shane? Calm down. A role-playing game? Yes, you play a character, you fight monsters, find hidden treasures. You definitely can't place her accent. We usually have another player, but his mom is a demon. They smile at one another. It'd be really cool if you could play with us. All we have to do is take down the big bad guy in the story. ZFX. And we'll be done. You watch them. Have no fear. I'm a game master and I'll explain everything. Yeah, don't worry. Why not? Faces light up with joy. Really? Yes. But you'll have to explain the rules to me. Don't worry, you can play Rodolph's character. We'll go quicker that way. I'll tell you a story and you can choose what you want to do. Anything I want? No, not anything. It's role play. You have to play a role, be your character, respect his alignment. His alignment? She turns to her friend. You're making this more complicated than it needs to be, Pereira. She takes on a very serious highlighting accent. Listen, I'm going to walk you through this. If there's a problem, you roll this die. She points to a small 6-sided die. Whether or not you resolve your action will depend on the die. You roll each time I ask you to. I'm driving. I'll do all the rolls, don't worry. The important thing is to choose wisely, not to mention your life points. Since you're playing a thief, your character's pretty weak. If you take too many hits, you'll die. Other than that, it's best if you just go with the flow. You'll see, it's much easier than it seems. Okay. We have to tell you about your character. The boy nods. We'll get started soon, don't sweat it. You are a Chogawok, a chaotic good thief. You're a half-goblin. A half-goblin. Your mother was a goblin. They're these little creatures. Not really mean, more like playful and I don't know how to say that. She nods. Her sidekick chimes in without leaving you any time. And your father was human. He passed himself as an avatar of the good of moods. Divinity controls half the world the game takes place in. He and his family were all necromancers, evil wizards if you prefer. But we killed him. The battle was epic. You raise your eyebrows. I killed my own father? I know it sounds weird, but he actually freed an entire province from the tyranny of a bloodthirsty man. We became heroes because of it. Since you don't seem convinced, the boy brings new blood. If it makes you feel any better, I killed my wife in a fit of rage brought on by an albino mummy's curse. The game master cuts him off. Let's talk about your abilities now. Your character is a thief. He knows how to be very discreet in order to make surprise attacks. He can also pick locks and mug people. Okay. He wields a magic dagger named the Cobra's Tooth. It can poison anything and anyone. They glance at each other, probably remembering something. You have 29 life points left, which is not that much, and I think that'll do. Pierre, anything to add? Tell him quickly you're playing so we can start. Sergeant, human warrior. Picture, Arnie. Oh, you nod. Just like that. Not much gray matter up top. You're oddly not surprised just how puny the boy is. But don't worry, we've been friends for a long time. We've gone through so much together. He shuts his eyes slowly. He's like he was enchanted by the idea. The girl clasps her hands together abruptly. Alright, let's go. Sweet. You notice her? What? It says swell. You're in Xenophine's anteroom. In a nutshell, you already attacked him and used the powers from Mass Brain to awaken him. But he escaped. He's hiding here. In old abandoned fortress. He stares at you with a look that says, you on board? You nod. You explore your surroundings, spread your fingers over the heavy tapestries that cover the dark walls. There's so much dialogue I have to take another sip. Oh my god. Like, my mouth is dying from just talking so much. It's like getting tired. Before you is Xenofex's gate, a venerable wall sculpted in the finest wood of Nert. You know you'll never be able to get through it. You'll have to find some other way. What do you do? Silence. Pierre holds it in. Your turn, Chawbok. Very well, then. So, what do I do? Tell us what you want to do. So, take a deep breath. I take a look at the tapestries. They depict Baliscenes. On the ground among dead horses are heads of enemies impaled on spears. Xenofex standing on corpses behind him, an army of elves poised to attack. Feel a chill throughout your body. Something grabs your attention. One of the towers seems unusually clean. She watches you. I lift up the tapestry. It's too heavy for your tiny half-goblin arms. I respectfully push my thief friend aside, grab the tapestry, rip it off the wall. What strength do you have again? 22, should I roll? No, you're good. Sergeant tears tapestry in two with its burly arms. The cloth falls to the ground, revealing a sort of medallion on the wall. Chuckbot, you immediately recognize this immediately powerful magic tool, the kind used by only the most powerful sorcerers' liches. Okay. Chowbuck, the medallion is a magic lock. You know this, but you don't have the key. What are you gonna do, Chowbuck? We can't wait for Sandman Terrible to come out. You clear your throat. I'll play along. Indeed, dear, Sangrat. Indeed, dear Sangrat. But perhaps I have something on me that let me break or, pick the lock. The game master responds calling. You suddenly notice the dagger on your belt is glowing just a bit. Hey, Chowbuck, look. I throw it on the floor. I take it out. You pull the dagger out with a yelp of surprise. It's burning hot. The higher you raise the closer it gets to Mally, the hotter it gets. The princess was right. She told us the snake was an ally that would open doors for us. Well then, do you dare open the door? You nod. I gather we don't have a choice. If we want to open it, I use the dagger as a key. There's no hole in the medallion, but it appears the dagger close to stone appears to open so very slightly. The blade slips between the bricks. You turn it slowly, and the gigantic door begins to shake. I pull out my axe. The door opens, but not as you imagine. Each pitch of carved wood pulls off like it was coming to life. All of a sudden, the coast floor inside of fixed chambers before you. I go in. I stick to him like his own shadow, my weapon raised and ready to fight. You slowly enter Zenefix's chamber. One lone torch lights the room. The walls are bare, there's desks covered in papers, a locked trunk, a straw mattress upon which your enemy appears to be sound asleep. After searching for so many years, the monster killed your parents and your friends are right here within arm's reach. Tension builds in the back of the cab. What do? I examine my surroundings. You can see perfectly well in the dark. I will now turn out what I can see. You need at least a 4. Phew, 4. Game Master immediately takes up her deep voice once again. As you move towards the bed, someone catches your eye. The breathing under the blanket is repetitive like a loop, like a string of notes played over and over again on a harp. I stop. What's happening? Sergeant, it's not Zenefix. Turn around and clean my friend Chowbuck. Shadow emerges from the wall in front of you and slides across the room. It's Zenefix! Yes, the shape stands up. It bears the feature of your worst enemy. I remain on the defensive. Shape resolves itself to Zenefix. Starts to laugh. You do not fall into my trap. I expect no less of you. Just a few seconds, Zenefix backs to the wall. Shape comes clear behind the odd opaque black smoke. You make out the tired and worn body of an old man. Zenefix is old? Zenefix was an all-powerful wizard. And he won't live a day longer. And he raises a wrinkled hand. Wait, I surrender. The boy gets angry and overmad dragged away. Nonsense! Okay. Game Master begins to move. I swear to you, I submit to your power. And your dagger is eventually slashed my flesh and my mana. And soft voice was, that means magic. And I have no strength left. You hunted me down the only place I was finally at peace. 2 against 1. I know when to admit defeat. Help me 2 up, and I promise I'll go away. He reaches towards you. His nails dry. His hands crease with age. His palms crease scars. Magic does that. Wears on people. But don't lose your bearings, Magic. This man is a murderer, a tyrant, a demon. Let's kill him. Good. I raise my axe, and I pull out my dagger. At your feet, all shriveled out, Zenefix shaking. He screams, "No, please don't!" It all comes out in a croak. The Game Master rolls out one after another. What are you doing there? Nothing. At this very moment, time seems to halt. Everything but jumps at Chowbuck's throat. What? He traps. No! Huh? You can't breathe. Boy jumps with joy. I count down to the death. Wait for them to continue. The boy turns to you, obviously very excited. It's a new rule in this dish to get. I've been dying to try it out for months. You're the best Game Master ever. Girl blushes a little. Why didn't I explain to our newcomer? It's count out death. We each get a turn, and you can only choose one action. Each time you play, you get damaged, which means your time before death is limited. Speaking of which, this is going on way longer than I expected. Oh my god. His incisors are sinking your neck. You feel your soul being sucked out of you. We need to act fast. Let's start with Singret. I see my friend Chowbuck suffocating, and I strike. Close combat situations. Hit Chowbuck. 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't worry. I have my dexterity bonus. So +1 each roll. 6 + 6, 1. A hit. Straight away the Game Master. Critical hit. 16 + 10. 26. Well done. Flash you a wide grin on the Game Master rivals through papers. Your turn, Chowbuck. I remind you that it's training you as your arm and hold. Pretty hard to move in those circumstances, but not possible. If you move, it'll probably tighten his grip on your throat. Stay still, it might be easier for your partner to aim. What to do? Ooh, that's probably smart. Throw myself against a wall so he can't dodge. I'm gonna do that. Good idea. Throw yourself back and let's go in surprise. For a second, you feel free. The wind crushes your neck, but you have a fleeting sensation of regaining strength. Fleeting? Yes, fleeting, because then it strikes back and turn, pins you down again. This time, his tail wraps around and shrieks like him. He whispers, "You won't escape so easily, Chowbuck." His voice sounds close to your ear, paralyze you. Oh, Sam's almost free. No, you can't be serious. On a second round, the countdown to death, Pierre. Try to not kill our driver, please. I'm a warrior, so I strike. Pierre, it'd be shamed for your act stand up decapitating your poor friend. I'm role-playing, Shanae. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. Odd pair, what exactly? Hey, can you hear me? Sorry? I said that pure miss sound effects again. Uh-oh. Exactly, boy. My one just the damn ring. Okay. An all-powerful ring you found in your father's body. You can spark his proof, but if you use it, well, you die. But some of us would die, too. So what do? I use the ring. Yes! Great! I've been dying to use it for weeks. Pierre even wrote several short stories about the ring. I'm a literal guy, Shan. Couldn't help myself. How exactly do I turn the ring on? To activate the ring, you just need to rotate around your finger. I rotate the ring. No! Oh, yeah. They use our families ring to destroy us. I knew it! Pierre! Just collect yourself. No, don't do it. I keep going. What? I keep going. I have to rotate the ring. Your fingers grasp the metal, you start to turn it. Once around. Twice. I jump as far away as possible. 3 times. The ring begins to burn, Zang pulls away, and the ring tries to retreat. I stop him. Ghost smiles. The ring explodes, tongues of fire spill out around you. Last thing you see is Sea of Fire, your brother, Zenfek staying there, alone. He reaches out. I grab his hand. You come closer, he smiles, his skin starts to crumble like burning paper. He only has time to get one single word out. Dramatic pause. Mom. She pauses again. Zenfek spears in a puff of smoke. Dead silence throughout the cabin. Wow, that was insane! Shane, totally insane. I knew it was his brother, I knew it! Talk about came from a family of necromancers. We were lucky our friend did not choose the path of black magic. That's a powerful flame generated by the ring at last extinguished. Silence reigns over Zenvik's fortress. The tyrant, the king of death, is no more. It's like a huge cow with a shell on its back. Though no one is aware of it, 2 brave adventurers saved their lives, their towns, their kingdom. The night alone knows what transpired. She pauses. The end. It's over? It is. So what happens now? Well, it's over. We had to finish the campaign. We have practice exams coming up, then the bank we won't have time to play anymore. But right now, it's time to go home. It's right here. I floored Xenofex! Yay! I got a... Alright, listen, I've been doing a lot of dialogue. Let me give me a break. Thanks for the game. You're always at you. With utmost delicacy, they enter... exit the taxi. Ugh. All that for 15 quid. Okay. I assume it's quid. I don't know what the French currency exactly is. It looks like pounds, so... Man, there's no one around this time. You want to drive? You're the closest. Oh, I guess I could... I don't... Fine, let's do the pirate guy. Handful of cars spinning out of Paris like they're running away from something. I need to, get out of here. Okay. Pull up the sidewalk, a few meters from an abandoned warehouse. No sign of your passenger. Wait a minute. Hear a window break on the 2nd floor. A body falls heavily. You lay on the... He stands up and takes a few... Are you the cab I ordered? You nod your head very seriously. Super, I'm the one you're waiting for. Be right there. You can start driving. In your back, your passenger smell like sweat and gunpowder. He's been running. Been in a fight, maybe. Probably. His muscles bulge. Your rhythm, his heart, which is racing. Good evening? Pretty good, yeah. He smiles or tries. You can see the blood on his otherwise impeccably white teeth. I screwed up a little, but all in all, it was a good evening. You? Yeah. Oh, okay, alright. Come on, let's talk about the elephant in the room. You're on to me, and you know it. I'm the Masked Joker. Silence. You get squint at Look Coaster Rook. The Masked Joker? The hero that makes Partisan nights more peaceful? No? So you shake your head. Nope, doesn't ring a bell. I'm all over Twitter, so probably on the radio and the newspapers, I think. Sorry. Oh, don't worry about it, Storm. Only just starting out. It's hard to manage everything at once. The marketing campaign, physical training, managing the equipment, the sponsors, plus the actual fights, you know. Grins wildly. So, how about the name? You like it? It's not bad. I'm not sure I get it, to be honest. It's Joker, like the card. A mask because I'm wearing a mask. See, I wanted something that wasn't too problematic. I did a lot of brainstorming came with the Masked Joker. I haven't gotten great feedback, but it's hardly is to find a name everyone likes. You have to make satisfying or core business to succeed. That's what they tell us at school, anyway. At school? Yes, and he freezes. Shit, I almost gave you the name of my business school. Wouldn't it? Can you imagine if Bruce Wayne went around telling everyone when he's Bruce Wayne? Okay. No, Batman. Batman went around telling everyone he was Bruce Wayne. I'm getting all mixed up. Judges his size for all leg lights looking for a wound. You're getting close to your destination. I think I'm hurt. You want me to take you to the hospital? No, I'm fine. I shouldn't have jumped out the window like that. But you already come down the street and don't want to make you wait. You smile. Pull over there in front of the driveway. Don't worry, it's just a flesh wound. I'll be home in 2 minutes. I have everything I need to take care of myself. He pays his troubles to get out of the cab. One last thing. Please don't say anything about N-Kid. I'm trying to lead a double life. It is not super easy. Of course. Perfect. I hope to see you again sometime. Take good care of yourself. I'll be much better soon. No worries. He looks at you for a minute. You're really a classy guy. He walks away, limping. Question him as he tries several times under his building coat before heading inside finally. And you notice a few drops of blood on your fingers. From the bills your pastor handed you. Okay. That's probably it for the day. I don't think I can drive anyone. Alright, let's go back. Hopefully I got some new evidence. That would be good. I think I still... Is this just day 3? So do I have 3 more days? Because that Xenofix thing took so much time. Met him again. Indeed I did. I didn't even stop to check my money. I think I'm fine. You wipe your face. You're starting to feel sleepy. You're suddenly overcome with the desire to sleep. Yeah, well, I can't. I gotta get to work. Well, I only have this. Chris seen near crime scene. Chris probably near crime scene 1. Chris escort for secret escort 75 website. Okay, so honestly, he seems like a victim of circumstance. I'm gonna be honest. So he's an escort. Okay. Is anyone... A World War II gun. Huh. Who would have a World War II gun? Knows how to handle a gun? Hold on a second here. Completely missed that last time. It's so... Huh. No one else looks like... Your father's linked to the Mafia. Huh. She's got a lot of stuff, though. I mean, she probably could have still gotten it. Anger management issues. She attacked a cop the day of the first killing, so... Would she really attack a cop and then kill 4 people? I don't know. I don't really see that in her. She's young, too. She's recently fired. A lot of this stuff makes her look bad, too. And you also have the height thing. I don't know, Geraldine, however the hell you pronounce it. I don't know. You're right now, you're feeling like the killer. You're feeling like a... It's not him. It's not him. It's gotta be either her, fired from before the group monitor any years before Albatross. Why would she be killing Group Diamante people? Is there anything about Victim 2? Victim 2 strangled. Tears. Isn't there tears found on Victim 3? Maybe killer. Why would you cry? You cry because you used to work with them? Maybe she's trying to bring down Group Diamante. And she's killing formerly employed people. Maybe send a message or something? Unless she's trying to get back. She could be working for her and killing. Like, she could be the one pulling the strings, but she's the one actually committing the murders. Yeah, I'm suspicious of her, but we don't have any other evidence, so hopefully we can talk to somebody. The phone rings and you jump. You're not used to hearing it. No one ever calls you. It must be Bissett. Pick up. You pick up. Bissett sounds irritated. You there? Yeah. Listen, you hear a ruckus in the background. Probably knows that Station Bissett raises her voice. Anyone got the time? Hey, guys, anyone? Fuck, they're all Neanderthals here. Listen, it's early and I'm wiped out. So are you, I bet. Let's get straight... hold on, let's get straight to the point. What do you have for me? It's in calm and methodical ways you start giving their evidence collected. You start with the first suspect, their connection to the victims, the rumors, then the second suspect, and so on. A few minutes in, she lets out a whistle. Not bad at all. Seriously, you should come give a lesson to the zombies I work with. A long sigh. I have some good news for you. We checked the alibi of one of the suspects I gave you. As you listen to her, you turn to the board and pull down the suspect she's referring to. So it's gotta be someone else. You know how lucky you are? Doing your job for you, pal. Okay, enough chit-chat. Gotta run. Call you in 2-3 days, okay? Okay. Call you in 3 days, and you better have what I need to make a proper arrest. Diaz's fangs are pretty sure he's gonna turn into a werewolf at some point. She babbles on for a while, her voice becomes softer, but just as sarcastic. That explains terrible breath. Okay, I'm out. She hangs up. You hold the handset till you're here for a while. You just have one thing in mind, sleeping. Forgetting it all. It's crossed off, though. Well, I already knew it wasn't him. That was like the most obvious one. With a heavy hand, you wipe your tired face. You pull up the sofa in bed, which unfolds with an unpleasant creak. You collapse on the mattress. The events of the day run through your head. The streets, passengers, their faces, their problems. I feel it could be Anita, but she's a CEO, and I doubt she'd get her hands dirty. So maybe she's like paying Geraldine, how the fuck you pronounce it? the Gerald, just gonna call her Gerald. Probably paying Gerald to do the murders at worst, but technically Geraldine. She's the murderer. I think it's her. If it's Anita, I'd be surprised. If it's the other girl, I'd be surprised. If it's the other guy, I'd be surprised. Alright, 3 more nights, halfway there. It's already like an hour and 40 minutes in. This is going to be the longest video yet, but screw it. I'm finishing the case in this whole marathon, baby. And still no one. Okay, we saw you at the first night. Let's go back. You're like always nearby. 3 teens are running on the sidewalk to the left of you. They yell and insult each other. Yeah, I know. What's up? You recognize the young woman getting your taxi. It's the young movie buff. Can't stop moving, talking, thinking. Can't stop, recognizes you. You start driving. Would you mind putting on some music? Choose a cultural station. He's playing jazz. The young passenger, then she stops and lets you go herself with the music. You like listening to the station every once in a while. The place is random, unusual, and surprising. Some of the stuff they play you can't stand. Some of it drives passengers nuts. But there's something magical about discovering new tunes, new styles. All of a sudden, your passenger taps on the shoulder. Hey, can I ask you something? She doesn't wait for an answer. Do you think that people have faces that go with their personalities? No. Really? Yeah, you can't always rely on a first impression. You might be surprised. She pauses. I think it's possible. I saw a really weird movie tonight. A black and white one. Crazy old. Directed by Hitchcock, the famous British guy. Female lead steals money on the job. She opens her eyes wide. But like 40,000 or something, which must have been worth a whole lot at the time. So she goes to hide out in a motel. The owner's a bit precious. His name is Norman, so with that kind of name, you know something's wrong from the start, right? And then she gets slaughtered in the shower with this big knife. Insane. They kill off the main character after, what, half an hour? There's blood everywhere, of course. Can't see anything. Old movies never show anything. You never even see it when people kiss. Yeah, so anyway, the dude who owns the motel, he so completely looks like a murderer. And she goes right there, gets the room, has dinner with him. They chat. No big shock when he slices her up. She pauses. Silence fills the cab. It's like the rest of the story is missing. Like your passenger is struggling to say something. And? Experience? You remind you of someone? Well, yeah. Broke up with my boyfriend last night. Wasn't serious or anything, but when I met him, right away I was like, shit, this guy looks like a liar. Don't know why, it's just what I thought at the time. And I was right. He totally played me. Got some other chick in Bellevue. It sucks because this guy knows a ton about movies, right? Show me some stuff. Real films. There's one mass killer, like in Scream, who murdered teens at the camp. They're totally getting it on. Here comes the killer, Karen Harpoon, and bam! He slaughters both of them in one fell swoop. She giggles. Crazy thing is that the killer's like actually some kids, like 7-year-olds or something. So good. Yeah, so the guy I was with, he knew people in the industry, so they could totally help me get an internship or something like that. Total lies too, probably. There's nothing you could do with liars. Real pathologic ones, they believe all their lies. Can't tell the truth from the lies anymore. Something is not right in his head. Man, or I say some really stupid shit, don't I? Like I'm trying to make excuses for that asshole. The dude in the motel in the film obviously was the murderer. Dressed up as mom. That he turned into the mummy. She pauses. He's pretty fucked up. She stares in the rearview mirror as you park. And you? What do I look like? Hard to say. Beard hides most of your face, but you look like... cooler. I'm detached. Like, yeah, detached. Like the world everyone else. Like, it's not really your pace, you know? Like, you're just passing through. She flashes you a smile. Don't take it the wrong way. I'm just saying detached and cool in a good way. No worries. Phew, I didn't want to hurt your feelings. She answers your fare. Thank you. A second later, she's outside. Watch her walk across the parking lot after the doors of her building. Once she's inside, drive away. I could get gas. It'd probably be good to get gas and some newspaper. And of course, there's no one nearby. Just go get the gas. I could try listening to the radio. You recall that Malkoff, or was it Zola, maybe Victor Hugo? Pull over and stop at the gas station. Not a soul in sight. Let's go fill the tank real quick. I was wondering. Yep. Okay, got some more evidence. That's always good. Let's get out of here. If there's no one nearby that's like on the mission, I'm just gonna read the newspaper. Yeah, I'll just read the newspaper. You pull a newspaper out of your glove compartment and start leafing through it. Eventually something grabs your eye. Short, very sarcastic, your fellow cab drivers are going to protest this weekend against vehicles for hire. You shrug. Your boss treats you a lot better than most companies. You turn the page and stop. You read about a third of the newspaper. You stop reading and go back if you thought you saw something. It's a rather positive critique of a bar. I think I already saw that. Might as well read it. Badly framed photo that a minister is stepping down. Not really useful. Radio got anything good? Can I not do the radio, or do I have to wait till it loads? There it goes. Listen to radio. Finger trying to find something to listen to. Listen to the news. You happen upon the nighttime news. High-cost security issues are currently preventing the city from equipping itself with any new gas pumps. As soon as the news is over. Okay, well, that wasn't really... Not really getting much evidence here. I think I drove that guy before. I could drive him. And not a single suspect. Alright, guess we'll just drive you then. We gotta drive somebody. Alright. See how your relationship's going, Toupee, man. Just a quick trip. Passenger you pick up at the foot of Hassan Baran apartment rings a bell. As soon as you saw him back seat, you recognize him. It's the guy from the other day, the one who forgot his toupee. His face lights up when you recognize you, his bald head's decorated. It's you! So pleased to happen upon you. As you might have guessed, I'm leaving Sonny's place. What a coincidence. The other day you forgot your toupee. Yeah, I know. I realized the next day when I got to school with a first-class hangover. You can imagine just how kind the seniors were, but it was too late. And Sonya, she likes me just the way I am. It's wild, huh? His voice cuts off as he's suddenly seized with a painful memory. Stays like that for a moment. When he begins speaking again, his voice is weak. The toupee, you still have it? Yes. Ah. You want it? He hesitates, his eyes fixated on his reflection in the back window. He smiles. No, I have to do without it from now on. It's odd to run into you. I'm happy to see you, but it's also oddly painful. He runs his tongue over his lips. Do me a favor, throw it out. Actually, burn it. It only brought me pain. It was a source of so many problems. He smiles and sinks back into his seat. Blank look on his face. He's far away, lost in his own thoughts. You continue to drive in silence. A few minutes later, you drop him off at the address he provided. He pulls his wallet out, he leans over to you. I just wanted to say thank you. You heard that phrase enough to know how to interpret its variations. There's the partisan thank you, the courteous variation, the quick hurried one, the long forced one. Then there's the guy that generally means thank you. That was the latter. Passenger gets out of the cab. He holds his gaze as he walks away. He seems oddly elated. I could probably drive one more person. If there anyone... Oh, great. It's just the Masked Joker, it looks like. Alright, Masked Joker, fine. You get to be the last ride. Everyone's favorite hero. Gotta need a taxi soon. We pull up to the next sidewalk in a calm, nondescript alleyway. No sign of your passenger. Cobblestone's cars drove by. Cobblestone gleam calmly underneath the street lamps. A cat jumps from one building to another. Two men are fighting in the shadows. So abruptly, something is shining in the darkness. One of those Japanese... What? When a saber falls to the ground and the sound... One of the two men... You recognize the one who thinks he's... We can go. Same address as last time. What about the other guy? I'll tell you in a minute. Finally, start driving. The police are on their way and I don't want to run into them. Neither do you. I don't want to get you mixed up in all this. You've put your foot on the accelerator. Behind you in the rearview mirror, you can see the lights in several apartments flick on. Apparently the fight woke up some of the neighbors. What the hell is going on? I'm sorry, but... Another deep breath. I think I shit my pants a little. Hard to say since he has, but you're pretty sure he's looking you straight in the eyes. But don't you worry. There are no marks. I was just so scared. When he pulled his katana out, man, I was like, that's it. It's so over. You had a good life. Now he's going to cut you up like a turkey. But actually, I handled it. He pauses, nods. He sends him straight up, sir. Yeah, I handled it. Handled the hell out of it. A katana? Kind of a Japanese saber, you see. I didn't think he'd have that kind of weapon. Those guys aren't Japanese at all, actually. Tells his head, lost thought for a short moment. I'm investigating a sort of organization, like mob types, you know? They're forcing kids to work in the squat. They're sorting through jewelry, wallets. Sometimes they're sent out to panhandle. Girls are sent to, I mean, you get the gist, right? But the police aren't doing anything about it. Typical. You think? You nod. I don't know. I think there's something else to it. First off, the kids aren't French. The organization to tie the Albans and this not-so-nice German guy. They have ties with an extreme right-wing organization with connection to 2 police captains. I came to get photos. I want to alert the press. And while I was going about my business, that guy jumped me with his katana. Scared me to death. You okay? I'm okay, I swear. He clears his throat. What I'm about to say will probably sound pretty weird, okay? Another breath. This one is deep and long, almost moving. As I've been chasing these organized down, I feel really like I'm doing something useful. Like I can really make a difference. And shit, that makes it all worth it. He pauses. Would it be okay if I just got some shut-eye for the rest of the trip? I think I need to... Fall asleep mid-sentence. You crack a window, let some fresh air in. The trip became silence with you at the wheel and the mass here in the backseat. What if you'd taken martial arts classes? What if you had known how to defend yourself? Maybe that night, you shake your head. There's no point thinking about it. He or she snuck up on you, attacked you from behind. You still have about 10 minutes left before you reach your destination. Nearly. Those always the same effect you. One of surprise. Surprise to be reminded of this town next to Paris. Calm, pointless, unremarkable, boring as hell. At long last, you pull up in front of your driveway. You dropped your passenger off it last time. He wakes with a start. Already? Yes, already. Could have slept for about 20 more hours. Glance at your dashboard. I have an essay to turn 6 hours from now. Wish me luck. Really gonna work on it now? I don't really have a choice. Not planning on making a career out of this. Once you go to merchandising, mugs, t-shirts, then maybe. He signs stretch for a while, somebody his neck cracks. Anyway, shower, breakfast, essay, sleep, that's the plan. Pays the fare, rushes to his building a few seconds later. He's still alone. Once it goes to Glory, check the backseat and make sure it's clean. It is. No trace of blood. You sign to leave and drive off. Well, time to go home. I guess the suspects are going to appear on the last few nights since it's the hardest case. I think that soda changed my voice a little. I don't know you hear a voice whispering in your ear. This is where I died. You brake hard, there's no noise in the cab, no noise outside. Silhouette appears on the backseat of the cab. Its features appear one by one, drawn with a paintbrush. So much suffering. You squint, little boy. Would you be so kind as to drive me? I'm just gonna say nothing. Very well, let us drive then. What for? We're going to eat the best I'm sorry, I'm just confused by this ghost boy. Oglers who twist every which way to catch a piece of tomato about before. I thought I wasn't going to have to talk to anyone. I was ready to have a break without reading dialogue, man. You can just imagine, but it's not the same. Not like the real thing. Not at all the same. Just gonna let him talk. There. This is really not the thing to... Yeah. Listen, Ghost Boy, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really want to read about a tragedy before I'm going to have to go solve a murder case, if you don't mind. Like, listen, I'm sorry, Ghost Boy, but I'm just going to... Let me just get through this, okay? I'm not a... I'm not talking to you. Okay, he's gone, thank God. Okay, sorry. Yeah, thank you that you're gone. I should have just told him to get out. I should have just been like, but I was like, don't be mad at the ghost boy. Should have been mean to the ghost boy. But whatever, it's fine. Yeah. Wow, I actually got profit for once. Never mind. Take a few minutes to update your board with your new clues. Crack your knuckles. I don't even have any new clues. I think it's Geraldine. If I had to pick one, it's her. I don't think a CEO would kill. Directly, at least she wouldn't. Back to driving. I'm hoping I can at least see one of them on my pathway. Just a nightmare. You open one eye. Whew, alright, you know what? I did say I was going to do the whole thing, but I'm going to be honest, I've gone through 4 nights. I only have 2 nights left to get through. I don't think anyone's nearby. Can I just save here? I assume I can. Yeah, I'm just going to save. I'm all worn out. Back to menu. Alright, and with that, that's all I got to do. We got about 2 hours worth in, I think. So that's a good amount. Next time we'll finish this up. So, with that, I only have one thing left to say. Peace.